Hi, my name is Michèle Duquet, and when I was a child between the ages of 8 and 10, I had some extraordinary mystical and metaphysical experiences that it took me a lifetime to embody. These videos and this vlog is about the embodiment of these experiences. We're going to start today with facing fears, and this video is kind of funny. It's done with a dear friend of mine, and we were just goofing around. I was just testing the microphone and I had it hooked up on a pen. It was silly, but it ended up being quite serious because she got over her fears of MRIs. She is severely claustrophobic, and she managed to actually get over her fears of claustrophobia, fear of not being able to escape, of being trapped. And I found it so revealing. I actually think it's going to be a really, fun little video. We're here today with Eva Iodux.
Hello.
Oh, my hair looks ridiculous. And this is Roxy.
It's Monday. It is Monday.
Roxy and I already had a lovely walk at the beach. Okay, so let's just see how this turned out. I have it on me while you're talking.
It takes a while.
Did you used to do interviews with a microphone like this?
Yeah. And I would do this sometimes. So, what do you find about this particular product? Oh. And I'd hear in my ear, mic to the guest.
So that's right, because this is actually very doable if I ask a question. So tell me about your meditation practice.
Okay.
So I hear that you're a Reiki practitioner.
I am actually, but I don't practice it.
Okay, down 2 for 3. Let's see, what else can I ask you? Well, I understand that you overcame some fears yesterday.
I could talk about that.
Yeah.
That was fantastic. I call it 2 Ativan and a mint.
2 Ativan and a mint will get you through an MRI.
I had MRI where you caged in and the ceiling's this low. It was fabulous. But I did meditate. I said the Lord's Prayer, believe it or not, over and over. Mm-hmm. Then I talked to my mom. And
her mom passed away, and she has a very strong connection to her mom.
Yes. So I talked to my mom, meditated, and then I did my Christmas list. Charlie needs this. Whoopi needs that. What can I get that?
During the MRI.
During the MRI.
That is too freaking cute.
That's what I did. What could I get Tommy? Oh, Tommy, what am I going to get Tommy? It was fabulous because my mind was occupied as it normally would be out here, but in the MRI, so I wasn't conscious of the MRI.
And what kind of thinking did you do beforehand to get you there? Because I'll explain. This is the second MRI, yes, because the first one was too difficult. She's having part of her eye imaged, and so the enclosing is very close, and it's very claustrophobic, and you have to be in there for a long time. That's just a dog barking outside. But anyway, it's Charlie. We'll let him in when we're done the interview. So
Poor Charlie.
So they weren't able to do it because it was just so panicky of the situation.
Oh, it's
so
awful. Yes, my heart, I just couldn't slow my heart rate down at all. And it was just increasing. And my hands were sweating. First time around, I was like pushing that button, get me out of here. And then I would try it again, and I just couldn't do it. This time, I went in. They did 2 shots. I had 1 Ativan, and my throat dried up so badly. Push the button. Help, get me out of here. They got me out. I can't swallow, and it's so weird. You'd think something so little, like just swallowing, becomes huge in there. I couldn't swallow because my throat was so dry, so it felt like I had a knife sitting in there. Goes the button. Out they came. I'm like, oh my gosh. She gave me some water. Went back in. Took one shot. Had to come out again. And she said, okay, but I don't have my next client here yet. She said, how about if you take another Ativan? I said, I'm going to get Tom if he can get me a mint. So my husband, Tom, I'm out there popping another Ativan. Down went the Ativan. And he got me these Ativans. These mints. And I took 2 different ones, but the Ricola worked. It would be a good Ricola commercial. Ricola worked. Ricola! It worked. Wild.
But how did you get from the first MRI that was panic-stricken to being able to actually do the MRI, which is half an hour long,
yes.
The second time?
Yes, because the first one was 7 o'clock in the morning. Oh. And I just did not, 7 o'clock in the morning, I'm still asleep. I don't have the control over my mind as much. And that nighttime, there was more I could think about it. I thought about it in the day. It was like when I used to run marathons, I had to psych myself into the run. That's what I did with this. I psyched myself. I was ready. You know, Tom's like, you're a warrior. You've been through other things much worse. This is nothing. And I went, okay, he's right. I'm going to make it through, except for the throat drying out. So I took the other Ativan, Ricola, and I could have laid there for another hour. I was fine.
That's amazing. So you used your experience as a marathon runner athlete to get you through this very claustrophobic situation.
And I'm very claustrophobic, so yeah.
On top of that,
yes, I am very claustrophobic. Yeah, so it was my marathon, like an athlete. That was my day, and then getting the tools to get me through. And I never opened my eyes once because that would be disastrous.
Did you have a?
No, they didn't give me one. They gave me earplugs. Nothing here. I took a little Kleenex with some Michèle's Organics essential oils. Yes.
Wow.
And that's what got me through. And actually, I was quite relaxed second time around. And as I said, the Ativan really worked. And the Ricola.
That is amazing. Power of the mind, power of thoughts, and actually power of really wanting to get through something.
I was going to do it.
Okay, and on that note, Kyle. All right, there we go. And there's Kyle.
Goodbye.
Okay, so there are a few things I want to say about what you just heard. What she said that she doesn't mention in the video is that the Ativan could slow down her racing heart, but it could not slow down her racing thoughts. She had to take control over her thoughts in order to get over her fear and her claustrophobia. And that is where the power comes from. To be mindful of what's going on and to really go forward and decide and make a choice to have control over those thoughts. She, yes, made it through with some pharmaceuticals, but that was just for her racing heart. It wasn't for her racing thoughts. Like she said, it didn't help her racing thoughts. She said she was like a warrior. She was psyching herself up to it. She became in control of her thoughts through diverting her focus. And this is really important. She started focusing on things that are pleasurable to her, like Christmas shopping list. It really shows you the power of focus and the power of choice and the power of thought. And I think that's all I'm going to say for today. And one day, I will, maybe in a future video, maybe next video, I'll talk about fears and the energy of fears and what can happen if you're empathic, and if you can decide, is this my fear or not? If it is my fear, what to do with it? If it's not, what to do with it as well. And then over the course of time, I will start talking about my experiences. I did write a book about it, so I am ready to come out of the spiritual closet, but actually this video is really to help those who are facing an MRI and having a challenge with it. All right, so I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments. Let me know if there's anything you would like me to talk about. Every feedback is really valuable, and I value you, and I thank you for watching.